This is not a kid's play. I'm trying to do something on which scientists have been working vigorously. Aeromorphs, heart stands, and many such techniques are based on origami art. Yeah, art of paper folding. It is said to be born in Japan at around 6th century, but since papers were not that available in that period, they were used for only holy purposes and worships, and later to only special occasions like wedding. And at around 17th century, when papers became abundant, the art boosted up and became popular. But how can these paper foldings be used by doctors and engineers? Let's check it out. Just imagine it's a sunny day and you went out with your friends to a beach. You felt like taking a selfie or beat a group photograph. Then what happened? Obviously, you lost a bit of data due to the heavy rays from the sun, since it was really sunny, right? So the same thing happened when the spacecrafts tried taking photographs of the planets in the galaxies. Too much of light from the stars like sun was falling onto the camera, so that's why the photographs clicked by the spacecrafts lost some data of the target object, be it some planet, and due to which the research became a little bit tough and the photographs were not accurate as they wanted that to be. So the solution was simple. You have to prevent rays from falling onto the camera or too much onto the target object. But since the objects were really distant, it's better to prevent rays from falling onto the spacecraft. But it's not a small source of light, right? It's a very big area on which you have to stop the rays from falling onto the spacecraft. So for that, we need a really large shield which can stop all the rays from falling onto the camera. But since it's actually not a good idea to stop the rays using a big shield and launching the shield along with the spacecraft, because we can't predict from which direction the rays fall onto the spacecraft. You keep adjusting the shield and it's all bullshit. So there, origami art played a big role. As you know, origami art in which big objects can be folded back into a tiny thing. So the big shields were also constructed using this art, which occupied a little space in the spacecraft and were unfolded when needed. So that's a great idea, right? And coming to the medical field, I think many of you know about the heart stents, in which tiny pipes are sent through a beat artery in heart, where a person undergone a minor heart attack due to blood clotting. So this tiny pipe goes through the clot, and after passing through it, a thing unfolds and then the clot is melted or is hit so that it melts and everything is taken out using that unfolded sheet. You can't now, so you need to use large pipes to the arteries because they're really sensitive, right? And also to test what's going on in the organs like stomach and lungs, you needn't insert heavy pipes through your throat. That's really tough job, right? So very small robots, be it a nano robot, which is sent into your body, which can crawl all over your body. They can pass through the capillaries in your toes and fingers and also unfold itself into the stomach. It can crawl through the whole body, and that's why it's the simplest way to know what's actually happening in your body. Clever idea, right? So how are engineers using this origami art? Just imagine you're watching television, it's a rainy day and you really want to enjoy the rain, but at the same time that's a cricket match live show. So you feel like watching the show, enjoying the rain simultaneously. But as you take your seat before the TV, you don't find the window it's somewhere or it's not available to you to watch the rain. So just imagine you just drag the window to your side so you can watch the rain and the television too. That's great, right? So that's possible when origami art is applied. The windows are foldable and unfoldable. You can close them, open them, shut. It's like a simple process. So it's a great idea when it comes to overpopulated countries like India, where 2 to 3 people need really big space to construct a home. When you can fold and unfold your bed, you can fold it back to the level of the wall and pull out the dining table, hit back the ceiling fan and clean your home. That's really cool. The hardware and MITs, we need to really thank them because they have invented the self-adjustable robots. These are useful in situations like when you hit a car to a tree, you hit your head to the steering and you start bleeding, and by the time people come to rescue you, you have lost all your blood, you are in danger. So in order to get out of that situations, you need airbag so that even when you hit to the steering, you are not injured. That's a bit advancement of this origami art. And in my view, origami art should be used in minings because every time you need to bring out the minerals from the core of the earth, you need to cut down all the trees, soil erosion, deforestation, all the problems come up. So you send a small nano robot which digs inside just like small insect, any other insect. So when it reaches the mines, the sensors indicate us that the minerals are located there and a small area is digged, or the robot can just unfold itself and start digging. It can help us dig. So you needn't put many humans' life at risk at minings, right? It's cool. So I hope all the viewers comment in the comment section about your ideas of how we can use this origami art to protect the nature, be eco-friendly, and at the same time enjoy the facilities with cool ideas. But if you find it really creative, go for a bit and try it. Yeah, I'm serious. Many of the origami designs are patented, so you can go for patent, but just wait. Don't forget to share this with your friends because it'll be a really good platform for people like us to discuss cool scientific facts and different effects and whatnot. Stay tuned to the channel for more such videos, and I would feel really glad to hear from you as to what topics you want me to discuss in this platform.